My name is Robert Ambogo. I'm still in campus. I'm in fourth year pharmacy at the University of Nairobi. And I'm here to actually give a feedback on the Centonomy Campus Edition that was just completed recently, that I was part of. Such an opportunity and an honor. Thank you to the Centonomy group for this opportunity. Now, just to probably run through a few lessons. I mean, I can't be able to capture everything that I learned in this right now. To capture just a few of them and top most of the things that I learned. I'll start with what was major for me, what really caught my attention. Top of it for me, the take home that I can say that I started implementing like immediately was on investments. And this was, it came at a time when I was considering, I had read quite a bit about investments, read books by people who are considered wealthy in the world. But then when I came into this class, there was a broader perspective of investments. And for example, I'll talk about the bigger understanding about things like shares, things like money market funds, and the reality of the fact that just putting your money in a fixed deposit bank account doesn't earn you anything. I mean, your money just sits there and it doesn't work for you. So for me, the greatest lesson that I picked and that I can say that currently I am implementing actively is investment. And under that, I was able to actually get in touch with one of the facilities that is offering the services on money market fund, and I was able to put some of my money there, and I'm actually happy that I can see the fruits of it, even within the short period of time that the money has been there. It's something that I'm seeing the money is growing every single day. And this is something that it's an information, I had a rough information about it, but I mean, coming to the class, I was able to actually get the nitty-gritties of how I can do it and where I can actually do this. All right, so that was a plus for me in this class, and it was a major one. So one of the implementations that I made in investments class was that opening a money market fund account and actually putting some money there. I'm also in the process of getting a CDS account from Central Bank so that I can be able to start also investing in shares, because it's something that also interested me, and it's something that I'd like to participate in. So it's something that I'm in the process of getting, as I said, a CDS account. I'll open that and then start trading in shares as a form of investment. Now, to boil down to other lessons that I learned in this class, first was on budgeting and tracking of your expenses. I mean, that class was really an eye-opener. I have been this kind of a person who would, a spendthrift kind of, in the sense that I would just be walking in town and in the streets, I see something that I like. And if I had money in my pocket, I just buy it. I mean, without even giving a thought to it. And at the end of the day, you come and then you look at the things you bought and you're wondering, okay, so why did I buy that? Yeah, and then you want to justify it and say, it's life. You know, the way as young people would say, yeah, it's life. We'll get money. You know, I'm not the kind that parties a lot, that wastes or that spends so much on partying, but I'm the kind that would spend my money on every other thing. I mean, it's nicely looking to my eyes, it's captivating to my eyes. Sometimes I'll just walking along the streets, and then this fast food restaurant in there, you spend almost 200 shillings, okay, on a fast food. Yet you can get back to school and still have some decent food that is not junk. All right. So nowadays, when I pass through that, I'm like, no, I'm going to school, and then I'm going to the place where I normally eat at a fairly subsidized cost. All right. And this is a money that I budget for. At the beginning of the month, I write my budget. Now that I am actually trying to, using the tools that we were given, there's a spending tracker that we were given. So in that, I actually key in my daily expenses, daily, every single day. And it's one of the most amazing things I learned again in this class, that you can actually do it, and it's an easier way to track it. And at the end of the week, you can see that this is the amount that I spent. And then you compare it across the month, and you can see that in this month, I spent quite a bit, and you can see what you spent it on. So in that way, I have been able to cut, like the things I was, just eating junk all the time you're passing, and then just picking things that sometimes you don't need. I remember there's a time I bought almost 5 belts, just because I was passing somewhere and I'm seeing that belt. Yeah, so another one was costing about 300, another one 500. This one is nice. But when you get back to your room, you're like, I have so many of these things, and sometimes you realize that you don't actually need them. All right. So I'm at a place where currently I spend money on what is really necessary, and I'm not saying that you are not supposed to have fun, but it's good when you're having fun that you have budgeted, rather than just spending money for the sake of it. All right. So on the aspect of budgeting and tracking expenses, that was a plus. That was something that I think it came in very much handy for me, because again, it came up at a time when I had gotten some money. You know, in campus you get money sometimes in bulk, and then it gets lost, and you can't account for it. For example, the health money. Sometimes it comes in that lump sum amount, and then you had not budgeted for it, and you end up wasting. Actually, you talk to most campus students, they're like, that money, we don't know where it goes. Right? It comes and it just goes. But really, it's because we are in campus, we have not been trained on how to handle our finances. Okay. So it's a good thing that you'll be able to know where your money is coming from and where it is going, and you being in charge of where it is going, such that you're able to direct your money. To touch on another lesson that I learned was on entrepreneurship. Now, on this one, I'm the kind of a person that, like, anywhere I go, I try to look at, okay, what can be done different here. So I get so many ideas, and the problem that I had was that I was not implementing it. And I was not writing down anything either. Okay. And you see, entrepreneurship really is about that abundance mentality, abundance mindset, right? Being able to create wealth. So what I learned here was to be able to transform the ideas that I am having into a plan that can be executed. Okay. Now, being in campus, I may not be able to execute all of them at the moment. So what I learned, and a tool that we got, the business canvas model. So what I'm doing currently is that when I have an idea, I write it down. When an idea pops up in my mind, I write it down. Okay. And when that comes up, I try to, once I've written it down, then now I take my time. I take my good time to make sure that I can draw a business model. So currently I'm working on 2 ideas. And I think it's something that everyone who has an entrepreneurial mindset needs to get their hands into. And I mean, coming to this class, you find amazing facilitators who break it down to a level that you can be able to understand. I remember the assignment that you were given under the topic of entrepreneurship, where you were supposed to come up with an idea that can generate 2 million within 2 years. That can be worth 5 million in 2 years. Yeah, that was the correct one. You are supposed to generate, to come up with an idea that can be worth 5 million within 2 years. Yeah. So, and in this group, we were sharing ideas, and then you realize that, okay, these things that alone you may think that they are impossibilities, they're actually possibilities. And in that group, we were able to share an article of someone who has actually implemented one of those ideas that you have. So these things are doable. What we need to do is to build capacity. And what Campus Edition does is to help you start building that capacity at such a young age, all right? Building that capacity. I run on a model that says that it says that luck happens when opportunity meets preparation. All right. So what people call luck, don't sit waiting for luck. All right. Prepare for it. And Campus Edition is it's an amazing experience that I'd encourage it's a worthy investment. For real, I feel like that was an investment that I made on myself, and I'm so proud of myself that I actually made that step. So moving forward, I intend to build more on this aspect that I learned in that particular class, and I encourage everyone out there. You know, if you are at a place where you're transiting, okay, you are done with your campus or still in campus. I mean, we had even people who have just finished high school joining, and they have amazing ideas. Yeah. So this thing is for us. Every young person needs to know this. Financial literacy is very key at this young age, so that we grow up not wasting the few things that we have, so that we can be able to actually start building and creating wealth as early as now. I'll finish with the last thing that we learned there and most relevant and under career planning, being able to position yourself well, okay? And being able to, competition is tight, all right? And because the competition is tight, you must be able to be at the cutting edge of your say career, okay? If you are into career, okay? Be able to have those skills, the relevant skills, okay? And for me in that class, what I'm currently working on seriously is my CV. The structure I got to learn the things that need to be in the CV and the things that ought not to be there. The things that actually they make you miss the opportunity even before your CV arrives at the potential employer. This program helped me to see money as a tool to create wealth. It saw me. It saw me get to a place where I see this money as a tool, and not to be feared. All right. So yeah, that really covers my brief review of the program and the things I've learned. Thank you so much, Centonomy, for this opportunity that you gave us and this platform to interact, also learn more. Yeah, we'll continue to encourage our fellow youths to join this, okay, and participate even in the many programs that are still. Thank you so much, and God bless Centonomy.